Hi everyone, this is Corey. Welcome to my channel. Before I go into detail about what this reading is about, I would like to let you know that I have recently added a couple of new reading options to my website. If you're curious what they are, you can go to my website at coreyaldrich.com. I'll leave the link in the description box below for your convenience. So now that I let you in on that, I'm going to let you know what this reading is for. So all of the cards today have angel numbers on them, and I went through Pinterest and just looked at all of the different meanings behind the numbers, and I also added my own interpretations of the numbers as well. So as I show you the number and read through them, I'm going to also elaborate on them and give further messages for you. And obviously I couldn't do a reading for every single angel number, but I'm sure that if you have come to this video, there is a message for you. So just trust that. I am going to talk about 7 different numbers today, and this group of cards is number 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'll leave the timestamps in the description box below to make it easy for you. So let's get started. I'm actually going to pull a card before I start this reading, actually. A universal message for all of us, all of you. So let's see what comes out here. Oh, okay, this is not surprising at all. Okay, so spirituality and signals. Look at this. And they really flew out. So this is so obvious. This means spiritual signs, spiritual signals, which are, they can be in the form of numbers. Those are signs. That's why they call them angel numbers. So this is not a shock at all, but it's surprisingly accurate, very accurate. And this reading is of a spiritual nature. It's messages from our guides, from our guardian angels, and they're most likely going to be synchronistic for you. You may even find a number that you've been seeing a lot recently, or it's not a number that you keep seeing, but maybe after you watch this video, it'll just start popping up everywhere. And Spirit is going to utilize this video to further create more messages and signals, so to speak, and spiritual, that are of a spiritual nature for you. So that's amazingly accurate. Okay, so now that I shared that overall message, I'm going to begin with number 1, group 1. So your number is highly unique, and I had to add this number to the reading just because, I don't know, it seemed like a number that I had to add to this reading. I've never ever seen 3 triple zeros as a spirit number for me, and I was wondering how in the world would you see this number everywhere, because I don't see zeros all that often. So I was thinking license plates, and I know there's always a way, right? Spirit always makes sure that they could give you a message through any means possible. It's amazing what they can do. But I was wondering, very curious about the answer, how in the world would you see triple zeros everywhere? That would be kind of difficult. So I decided to add this number to this reading in case if it has a message, like that specific message for you, and it may be hard for Spirit to get it through to you. So I wrote down 0 is actually a very common angel number to see. It hasn't been for me, but if it says it is, I'm sure like a lot of people have stumbled upon it. It represents oneness and implies that something has come full circle. It's a celebratory number, like a high five or a hug from Spirit. This is my own interpretation of it, because if you complete something, it's cause for celebration, and if 0 represents completion, then if you keep seeing it, then it's basically like a hug or a high five from your spirit guides saying, congratulations, you completed that, it's finished, it's done, it's over with, you went through that challenge, you completed it, and now it's time for the next big thing for you. And so it's cause for pride, like it's a message of support, being proud of yourself for attaining that goal, for pursuing it and sticking through it to the end. So that's what I got there. It's also a reminder that everything is connected. Start dedicating more time to prayer and meditation. Reconnect with nature and spirit in order to become one. So maybe this is a reminder from your spirit guides to meditate more often, or start meditating, and it will allow you to feel more closer to them, and maybe you'll start seeing more signs, more zeros as an example, because you are tuning more to them, basically more to your soul as well, and nature, more to nature and the natural world. You are one with God. Feel the presence of love. 0 also represents new beginnings, a fresh start, a clean slate. You are limitless. Allow me to feel at one with the universe. I also wrote that down as kind of like a quote or a mantra that you can recite. Allow me to feel at one with the universe, at one with you. And it's possible, most likely, that you'll start to feel even more connected after you say that. You open yourself up more to the possibilities around you, that spiritual signs can come through to you, or like you basically focus your mind to start noticing the things around you, like signs in the environment, the energy around you. It makes you more attentive. That's a good word for it. New things are about to start flowing for you. What have you lost recently, or what are you waiting on? And loss doesn't always have to be that bad. Endings aren't always that bad. They could actually be positive endings. We all know that. And this means that like something new is awaiting you. If you've lost something recently, that's always cause for something new to come in, something fresh. Get clear about what you need to call in the most. I also wrote down nothing to lose, because 0 is like, it's nothing, but then again, it's everything. And if you feel like there's nothing to lose by pursuing this, then like you have more of a spirit to pursue it, because like, why not? Basically, why not? So maybe there's something you're thinking about doing and maybe you're holding yourself back a bit, or you are, what's the word? Like hesitant, but there's this message that you should go for it, because like, what's the worst that could happen? Actually ask yourself, what's the best that could happen? Start asking yourself those questions. What's the best that could happen by me doing this? And that will help you, support you, and motivate you to move towards this new beginning, this fresh start, clean slate. So that's my message for you. I hope it resonates, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, so for those of you who chose number 2, let's find out what your number is. 1010. This number is exciting. Like, I saw this number today, and so it's like, okay, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna talk about this number, add it to this reading. So this is also a message for me today. Okay, so this number means step in and be a deliberate co-creator of your reality, rather than remain as a passive observer. With deliberate intention, you could shift your reality to a more desired preference that is in alignment with your highest joy. Strong point of spiritual growth and awakening. Keep a happy spirit in good times and even in bad. And that is better said than done. But there's this message to try to keep joy in your life even in the hard times, even if it's like only for a little while. And obviously we have to work like hard to do that when things are rough, when times are tough for us. But like, that joy is magnetic for more joy. So if we try to do it, even if it's like trying our hardest, then it will help us push forward through the rough times, and also allow us to attract more goodness into our world. This number is considered the life sign, and I'm not exactly sure what that means, like the sign of life itself. Like, that's something that I have to think about more. Think about what you think that means to you, how this number represents the life sign. Like, what does that mean, life sign? This is also a very powerful number. People who frequently see this number while contemplating changes or life goals are often greeted with an intense sense of encouragement from a higher power. It's also a sign that your angels are waiting in the wings to offer support. It's a number of guidance, virtue, independence, and hope as well. And I had to write down the message from the angels, like how they are waiting at the wings, to offer support. Like, recently I've been having these like bouts of like restlessness, like I have to pray right now, and who do I pray to? Like, this need to connect to a higher power, and it comes out of nowhere, like out of the blue. And I've been focusing towards the angels recently. Like, I've been feeling the like pressure almost, but I'm putting the pressure on myself to start like reaching out to them. And so maybe you've been getting that sense as well, like you like are wanting to feel this like powerhouse energy around you of support, of love, of heaven, basically. You want to feel closer to that because you're going through a hard time. Or maybe you're not, you just want to feel closer to heaven and the angels and your guys, loved ones. It's like really intense. I've been feeling it really intense. The intense need to just pray and feel their presence. And so there's like a message about this for you. So maybe you've been praying a lot for guidance, and you want to be more independent in your life, maybe. And you are needing more hope, to feel more hopeful through the challenging times. So maybe that's why it's called the life sign. Like, we're contemplating life more, our life purpose, the purpose behind things and life itself. Like, why are we here? Those questions, asking the angels those questions, asking ourselves those questions. Spiritual growth and awakening, that ties well with that message. Being a deliberate co-creator of our reality rather than remaining a passive observer. And this is a message that I could really take right now. Like, not letting things just happen, actually like grabbing life with like both hands, and like really like taking the steering wheel of the car, which is life itself, and like steering where we want to go. Do we want to take a left? Do we want to take a right? Do we want to drive down to the beach, or do we want to I don't know, go somewhere cold? Like, where do we want to take this car called life? Where do we want to go? Where do we want to, like, what do we want to see? Like, message about our bucket list, like making our vision board, making it very clear in our mind, and just going for it rather than being a passive observer of our life, actually being like the driver of our life instead. So there is that message for you as well. So I hope this resonates with you, and thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Okay, so for those of you who chose number 3, let's find out what your number is. Your number is 2222, and it could also be like triple twos. After I wrote this number down, like after writing like a bunch of others down, I questioned myself, like, why did I add 4 twos rather than like 3 twos? Because I know 222 is probably more likely, more common than 4 twos, but for some reason I wrote down 4. So this has got to be a message for someone out there. That is pretty important. But if you keep seeing 3 twos, this is a message for you as well. Okay, so your message is, everything is happening for the best always. And that can be hard to believe sometimes, but usually in hindsight it's pretty easy to tell that. That happened for a reason, and I'm grateful for it. I'm glad I got away from that person, because now they're in jail or whatever. I don't know, like, I thought they were a good person, but now it's obvious that they like weren't the best for me. And like, I'm actually grateful that I got out of that situation, I got away from that person or whatever it is. Again, everything is happening for the best always, and we have to remind ourselves that through the hard times, like every time. I also wrote down right place, right time. Divine timing is a big one with this number. And this is a beautiful moment for manifesting. So go out there and set some intentions. Have faith in divine timing. A special message from your guardian angel about unity, love, and your relationship with God. So this is a really good omen for love and relationships and friendships all around. Dance and music can bring you balance and harmony. And this is a message for me like every single day, because I can listen to music every single day and it will always lift my spirits. Same with dancing. So maybe get out the headphones, listen to some tunes today, or this week, or whenever you see this number. Maybe it could be a reminder, like, listen to a song and that will help you feel better. And you know, even listening to a song, like really listening to the lyrics. Okay, there's a message for you. Listen to the lyrics in the songs that are played recently, yes, today or tomorrow. But okay, the angels, the spirit guides, your spirit guides are telling you to really listen and read the lyrics to the songs that you were listening and being played, because there's going to be an added message for you through the form of music. So really pay attention to that. And maybe there's a message in like a dance video too, like a sign through that. I usually get messages through lyrics of music videos. I'll listen to a new song and be like, wow, like I'm pretty sure that was a message for me. Even the title of a song sometimes becomes like crazy synchronistic for me. This number is also an omen of flourishing relationships. The situation requires balance, diplomacy, cooperation, and trust. So working together with a group or a partner, being careful of the words you use with the people around you. Be careful of what you say right now. Try to really, I think the word is like tactful with your words. Be very careful with your words, because they're very powerful right now. Maybe you're in a position of leadership at work, and like there's just this emphasis of how powerful words are, whether they're being spoken by you or being said by you. You may be sensitive to the people around you right now, like you may be in a very vulnerable state, and if someone says something to you that is a bit negative, a bit offensive, then it might really take you for a ride, so to speak. So there's a message to like put up almost like emotional barriers right now. Okay, be careful with who you are around at the moment. You might have to distance yourself from someone in your life right now because they are being a bit rude to you, or they're kind of bringing up old stuff within you. It might not even be like outwards, like it could be something subconscious, unconscious. Maybe they remind you of someone, an ex-boyfriend, a family member, someone that like didn't treat you right in the past, and this person reminds you of them, but like they aren't being mean. But this is bringing up like vulnerabilities within you. So it could be good to practice good like self-care techniques right now. Be watchful of how you feel around people and do things to help you not feel so, to not make it feel so personal, because I feel like you are very sensitive. You are like an empath, a sensitive for sure. And so there's this message to really keep up with the self-care and keep your thoughts in check, because you could go through like that like downward spiral kind of thinking about the things people say to you if they're like negative, and try to avoid those bad people, bad influences. Even like television, stay away from the news for a while. Okay, remember that you can fully trust the universe even as you trust other humans to be humans. So here is another message about like people, like trusting people to be good, but like sometimes they might not be, but like still believe in people, still believe that there's good people out there. You do not require saving. Know that you can handle this, and it's like a matter of growing stronger through your experiences, and also knowing that it's being emotional doesn't mean that you are weak. It actually means that you are very strong and powerful. Like it takes strength to be open with our emotions, to be able to like actually cry in front of someone when we're feeling down. That takes strength. Vulnerability is strength. And that can seem kind of contradictory, but I really think it's true. Vulnerability isn't always a bad thing, because it means you're in touch with yourself. You're in tune with how you feel. You're in tune with your heart. And with that, you become stronger, and you actually know yourself more than someone who isn't in touch with their emotions and they just like shut them all down. But it does take strength to move through those emotions, especially if they're very intense, especially when we are very sensitive and emotional, like in nature, just like naturally empathic. 222 is a signal to stop freaking out and worrying. I think a lot of us can like understand that message, like just put the brakes on the freaking out and worrying, because it's not helping you right now. Things are going your way, so stop the drama and go back to trusting the process. And we could create drama ourselves as well. Like someone, like a coworker says something rude, and we can like repeat what they said throughout the entire day and make it something way bigger than it was. It was just like it took them a minute or a second to say that, but we're extending it, we're making it longer than it has to be. So there is this message to stop the drama and go back to trusting the process. So there really is a message about like other people in your life right now. And yeah, so there is your message. I hope this resonates with you, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, so for those of you who chose number 4, let's see what your number is. 1221 is your number, and this is like one of my personal angel numbers. At one point I saw it everywhere. So the message for you is to seek, appreciate, and positively reinforce symmetry in your relationships with others. Are you receiving as much as you give out? Your joy is medicine to all who witness it. Are your efforts going unnoticed? Underappreciated. If so, it may be time to balance out your priorities and energy spent on these people or on these things. Is the return balance with how much you are putting out There's also the question of, is it worthwhile? Is it worth the time and energy to spend on this project? If it is, then like totally go for it. But there may be, like, this may be a time to reanalyze how things have been going for you and possibly take a different route at this juncture if you're not getting enough return or payback, as in how much energy, money, resources you're putting into this thing. If it's worth it, then go for it. Some things do take time and patience to really see the return. And where is it best spent? Where is your energy and time best spent right now? This is also a number of twin flames, because here we have the twos facing each other. They are mirroring each other. So this is a twin flame number. The number 2 also represents partnerships, 2 people. So twin flames, soulmates, mirroring others, signs from outside sources, mimicking what you feel inside. The outside environment is reflecting what you think. It's reflecting back to you. It's basically a mirror. This is a message about like self-analysis, self-reflection, for you to find out more about yourself, to understand yourself even more, by looking in your environment, looking at signs, like looking at how people react to you, how they are similar to you, how they're different from you, so you can understand yourself more. I would never do that. So you like understand yourself more, like when you say that about someone else. I would absolutely never do that. When you think that, you're like, you know, like one more thing about yourself. So this is an example of the outside mirroring back to you something truthful, something important and meaningful. Reflecting what you think, feel, know, etc. Spiritual echoes, facing inner demons, facing fears, bonding with someone, friends, love. It's a good omen of relationships. Yeah. So really a message about balance, like balancing things out, because like you deserve what you were putting out, like the efforts. You deserve some good things to come back to you in the form of money, or even like relationships. Like if you put in the time to listen to someone, then it's okay to ask for someone to listen to you. If you listen to other people, you kind of have like that expectation, you know. I put in the time to listen to you, so can you please put in the time to listen to me? Because like I need an ear today. I need someone to kind of like bounce back my own ideas. I need some advice right now. There is this message about finding out who your real friends are also, through these experiences. Maybe some things making you realize that you want to be a better friend to someone, or you wish you had better friends. Yeah, so mirrors, self-reflections in the form of outside influences, sources, people. There's gonna be a lot of signs and synchronicities coming your way right now. So that is your message. I hope that resonates, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, 3, 4. Okay, so those of you who chose number 5, let's see what your number is. Your number is 444. Or it could just be the number 4, since we have a lot of 4s here. Okay. So your message is, keep your eyes peeled for new ideas and synchronicities. Just don't rest on your laurels. Keep making progress yourself and look for help along the way. Be fearless, build your foundation. And this is also a number of stability as well, building your foundation. And also knowing what your foundation is, like within yourself. Like, is your foundation the relationships in your life? Is your foundation your profession? Or what else could it be? Could it be travel? There's all these different things that make you feel like secure within yourself. Like maybe music is a part of your foundation as well. Like, what is like so much a part of you that you couldn't live without it? That is like a part of your foundation. And there's a message to invite more of that into your life. If your foundation is dancing and that's part of your like profession, then bring dancing into your life more. See more of that. Dance more. Whatever you are working on will contribute to your happiness. So yeah, basically what I just said, like if you incorporate more of that into your life, it's going to bring more happiness to you. Stay the course and enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. Focus on what lifts you up. What is most meaningful to you, and obviously try to experience that more. Remember and remind yourself what is truly important. At the end of the day, what is most important? When you forget about money, when you forget about what you have to do, what is left? And like, don't lose sight of what is most important to you. That's the message. Because there's a lot of distractions, a lot of things that distract us from what is truly important. And like, you don't want to regret not putting the time into those things because you were like working all the time, or you like came up with excuses, you know what I'm saying? Your spiritual guides are recognizing and applauding your progress with love and encouragement. A revealing message about change, truth, and character. What defines you and others? A sign your guides are with you now, so there's no need to feel forgotten or alone. Part of receiving guidance is simply noticing it when it shows up. Oh, and this is like, so keep your eyes peeled. So be on the lookout for signs and synchronicities right now. And there's like this need for stability, I feel. Something feels out of balance, something feels missing, and you're trying to like find the missing puzzle piece to feel more secure, to feel more happy right now. And so that should be your main focus, your main goal. Finding the time for that thing, finding the time for that person today or tomorrow or like next week. There is this message about that for you. So I hope this resonates, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. 3, 4. Okay. So if you chose number 6, your number is 333. 333. This is a really divine spiritual number because it represents the Holy Trinity. So it's possible that you have a close connection with Jesus, with God, the angels, and you could go to church or own your own Bible, read the Bible. It always has like the spiritual element of it, this number, but yeah, it's just like all around spiritual, metaphysical number. Okay, it says, get happy. Peace and joy are on their way to you. Keep focusing on your desires. 3 times 3 is powerful and represents divinity. This is a sign that the divine angels and ascended masters are all working with you now. Also, the number of the light worker. Okay, this is the number of the light worker. So you are a light worker most likely if you chose this number. And you might be trying to find ways to bring your healing gifts, your healing art to the world more. Might also be a sign for you to put your natural gifts out into the world. Like starting your own business, offering your own readings, doing like healing sessions for people, giving advice, spiritual coaching, you know, all of those things. You could be an acupuncturist, or like work with aromatherapy. There's like all of these like different healing modalities that you could be dabbling with and learning about right now. New life, abundance, and spiritual awakening is also related to this number. Anticipate good news or bursts of creativity, or be the bearer of good news and positive vibes yourself. Yeah, that definitely makes sense, especially with you being a light worker. So like you feel joy when you like bring good vibes to the environment or to the people around you. You want to see people smile. Like I love seeing people smile, you know, like just going out during the day and seeing people smiling brings a smile to my face. So I feel like this is a message for you as well. Like being around happy people makes you happy, and making people happy makes you happy. That's just who you are. That describes your character. The ascended masters are right by you, assisting you with whatever it is that you're currently working on. So if you find yourself like with writer's block, for example, and all of a sudden you feel like inspired and you get like all of these ideas and you can't write fast enough, then that's most likely the ascended masters assisting you and your guides helping you. They're like dropping these ideas into your head, and like assisting you, motivating you, and you might be noticing that. And also like look out for that and just say like, thank you, spirit guides. I know you helped me with my blog today, or I know you helped me with driving even. They're like helping you out a lot right now. You were in great hands. Yes, definitely. The equilibrium. So this is like the number of equilibrium. Mind, body, and spirit. Focus on all 3 aspects. Don't neglect one for the other when you see this number. So if you are focusing more on your like mental health and kind of like neglecting your physical health, you're not eating that great, but like only focusing on your mind, your mental health, then things get kind of out of balance. So there's like this message to focus on mind, body, and spirit. Try not to neglect one for the other. Do little things for like each part that of you that brings like all around well-being. all around wellness. If your mind is healthy, your body is healthy, your spirit is healthy. It seems like they kind of all like work together, right? If your physical health is good, then you can focus on your spiritual health as well. But if your physical health isn't that great, then it's kind of hard to focus on your spiritual wellness, because like you're feeling like really crappy. Like when I'm sick, it's kind of hard to hear my guides, honestly, because I need to like focus my energy on getting better. So there's this message about this for you. So there it is. There's your messages. I hope they resonate, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay. Last one, group 7. Your number is 1111, the most popular angel number you'll ever know, basically. And as I was writing stuff down, I found the answer to my question I had like a week ago. So when I saw 1111 one night, I like said out loud, it's 1111, make a wish. And then I wondered, why is it that 1111 is that number? Like there's like a million other angel numbers. Why is it 1111 that is like that stigma is around? It's 1111, make a wish, that like routine basically, or spiritual practice. And as I was writing stuff down, I realized that this is like the powerful manifestor number. And so that makes a lot of sense. Like you're gonna want to make a wish when the time is like at its peak, at its highest, to manifest that wish. So there's this message, make a wish, because it's 1111. 1111 popped up for you. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's why you'd make a wish, because the number is very, very powerful. It's known for manifestation, manifesting your wishes. This is an instant manifestation number. Focus only on the thoughts and energy that you would like to take into your future. Check your headspace. Are your thoughts and imaginings of a positive nature? It's a wonderful news number as well. This number is a visual representation of 2 doorways. I have never noticed this until I read this. And I think this is pretty amazing. It does visually depict 2 doorways. And it says one of them is a physical doorway and the other one is of a spiritual doorway. So like a doorway to heaven, and then the other one is like a doorway to Mother Earth, basically. And it asks you, if you step through these doors, where do you want to find yourself? So to make a wish, you first have to know what you want to wish for. What is that wish? What do you want? And I also want to say this number is also closely related with deceased loved ones, and relatives and friends. This number is significant of one of my past friends, because she would say that, like, it's 1111, make a wish. So maybe there's a memory about the number 1111 with someone who has passed, and they just want you to know that they're there with you. And when you see this number, just like trust that they're right there with you, looking at the number with you. That's their message to you. I also wrote down new levels of light are available to you, so tune in. Synchronicities and miracles. An energetic gateway has opened up. So you may feel closer to the spirit world right now because of this, or you are feeling more energy. You are feeling your like energetic self, your soul self more closely, more strongly right now. Stay positive, watch your thoughts, and focus only on what you want. Forget worries, self-doubts, all of those things, or like at least try to forget them. New beginnings and opportunities. You are being called to help humanity. And I wrote down make a wish, quotation marks. So you may see some miracles or have strokes of luck, and so the advice here is to really like focus your mind on what you want to see manifest, because the energy is just like perfect for that right now to manifest what you would consider good luck if that thing happened. So just think about that, like what would be lucky for you. Focus your mind on that and ask the energies to help manifest that for you, and I guarantee you'll see something happen. So I hope this helps and resonates with you, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.